Good morning, friends. It's Mrs. Moran. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020, and it's another beautiful sunny day. So all week, you have been working hard on words that have the long E sound. And we learned there are 3 ways to spell long E. You can have a word that just has the E all by itself, and the E can say E. You can have a word that has the vowel team EE, and together they make the sound E. And then you can have a word that has the vowel team EA, and together those vowels say E. Now, there are other ways to spell long E, but for this week, we were just concentrating on these 3 ways: E by itself, EE, and EA. Okay, so today we are going to do an activity called Look, Say, Cover, Write, Check. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It's actually a lot to say. So look, say, cover, write, check. Or you can take the first letter of each word and you can call it Lscwc. That's just a short way of doing it. Okay, so before I show you how to do look, say, cover, write, check, I have our 10 words written on the paper, but I'm going to sound out each word, and I want to see if you know which word I'm sounding out. Okay, so listen carefully. Here's the first word I'm going to sound out. Sh, E. Do you know which word I just sounded out? If you said she, you were right. The next word I'm going to sound out. E. If you said 3, you are right. The next word I'm going to sound out. Green. If you said green, you were right. Here's the next word. Eat. Do you know which word I just sounded out? If you said meet, you were right. Like I will meet you after school. Next one. Need. Which word did I just sound out? If you said need, you are correct. Here's the next one. Week. Which word did I just sound out? If you said week, you were right. Keep. Which word is that? If you said keep, you were right. Here's the next one. Read. Which word is that? If you said read, you were right. Mrs. Moran has to take a peek. Hold on. Okay. Here's the next one I'm going to sound out. What word did I just sound out? If you said team, you were right. And then the last one I'm going to sound out. Oop, I have to take a peek again. Hold on. I don't want you to peek. All right. Eat. Which word did I just sound out? If you said neat, you were right. Okay, so here are our 10 words. And what you have to do, you might have to do a little preparing before you actually do the activity. Well, you're definitely going to have to take your piece of paper, whether it's in the notebook or it's not in the notebook. And look what I did. I folded it into 3 columns. See? Fold it once. Fold it twice. See that? And when you open it, you get the 3 columns. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to number. This is called the margin. I put the numbers beside the margin. Number down 1 to 10. And if you notice, I skipped a line in between just to give you more room. So if you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then write the words in this order, okay? Make sure you write the words in the order I have them here, okay? So number down 1 to 10. You can skip lines if you want. And I need you to write each long E word in the order that I wrote them. Okay, so pause the video and do that. Okay, now what you're going to do, we're going to practice writing our numbers too, which is good. You need to have the numbers in the second column, and you need to have the numbers in the third column. So watch what you do. 1, 1, see? And then across from number 2, the word 3, you're going to number 2 and 2, okay? See the lines? If you want to write them in, that will be good. All right, and then across from number 3, across from green on that same line, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay, see number 7. Now we're going to go into the middle column. We're going to do 7, and then 7 over here, 8, and 8 over here, 9, and then 9 over here, and finally 10. All right, so I know it's a lot of work before you actually start, but I think it's good practice on writing the words first, and it's also good practice on writing your numbers 1 to 10. All right, so once you have the paper set up like that, you may begin look, say, cover, write, check. Okay, and this is what you do. I'm going to use a piece of paper. All right, and I'm going to look at our first word. And when you look at it, notice it has a digraph SH that says shh. And notice it just has the E all by itself, but we know this E is going to say the long sound of E. E, so it's she. So you look at the word, you say the word, and then look what you do. You cover the word. So see how we're following the steps? We looked at the word, then we said the word. Now we're going to cover the word. Now we're going to write the word. So you're not going to peek. You're going to try to remember how to spell she, and you're going to write it. She. So it's shh. Remember the digraph SH? Shh. She. All right. After you write it, you're going to check it. And this is how we check. You check each letter. S, S, H, H, E, E. If you spell the word correctly, you give it a check. Okay, now do you see why the activity is called look, say, cover, write, check? All right, so now we go down to the second one. You can also use your hand, too, to cover up the words when it says cover. But I think a piece of paper works better. All right, so our second long E word is 3. 3. Okay, look at it. Notice that this word is spelt with the double E, the vowel team. Notice that at the beginning, it's tricky. It has 3 consonants. It has TH, R, right? So together, that sound is thur, thur, okay? Because TH is actually a digraph, like SH, and it says but then you have to add the R. So it's 3. Okay, so we look, we say, what do we do next? We cover. What do we do after we cover? We write it. Okay, so don't peek. Try to remember how to spell 3. 3. I remember the digraph. And I remember it's a long E word with the double E. think that's right. I didn't peek. I'm going to go back and check it. Let's see if I spelled it correctly. T, T, H, H, R. Oops, I forgot the R. But I did get the E at the end. So if you spell it incorrectly, it's okay. You just mark it wrong, because look what you can do. You can try it again in the third column, okay? So let's look at it again. 3, okay? And when we're looking at it, we're going to say, okay, let's remember the 3 consonants, T, H, R, thur, and then I remember E. So I really have to remember T, H, R, thur, 3. Okay, so what do? You look, you say, you cover. Make sure you cover, okay? And remember, this was number 2, right? That's why it's good to number each column. We're working on the word 3, but it's number 2. So look, say, cover, right. You're not going to write it next to number 1, right? Because the word was number 2. The word was 3, but it was number 2. So, I remember TH, thur, and E. I remember it's that double E. Okay, so you ready? Let's check it. T, T, H, H, R, R, E, 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 E. I spelled it correctly, so I'm going to give it a check. Okay? Now, if you spell it incorrectly, if you spell it wrong a second time, it's okay. You just might want to circle the word, because that's a word that you really need to study a little bit more, okay? So the whole point of this is when you cover it, after you look and you say it and you cover it, keep it covered, don't peek, okay? Because what you're doing is you're giving yourself like your own little spelling test. So the point of it is you want to see if you can remember how to spell the words. So don't peek, okay? Just try your best to spell it. And when you're done spelling it, you just go back and you check it letter by letter, just like we did. If it's correct, give yourself a check and then go to the next word. If it's incorrect, just exit and say that's okay, because I can try it again over in this column, okay? So again, if you get it right in the third column, give yourself a check. If you got it wrong here and here on your second try and third try, that's okay. Maybe just highlight the word or circle the word, because it's just a word that you need to study a little bit more and try to remember how to spell it. Okay, so do the rest for all of the rest of the words, right? Look at it, say each word, cover each word, write the word, and then check the word. Look, say, cover, write, check. Okay, when you're done, take a picture and upload it to Dojo. All right, I hope you enjoy doing this activity. Have a great day. See you soon.